everyone, how's it going? So, I was actually really excited for this character, Blooming LIDICA here, and I couldn't wait for them to come out at Epic 7. I thought their design was awesome. I mean, just look at her, right? Hope this video doesn't get age restricted. But anyways, essentially, this character has some really cool mechanics. So her S1 is a simple thing with chance to stun, and Soul Burn is actually really good. 100% stun is really nice. Her S2 though is really interesting, where for each debuff on the enemies, she actually gets a speed buff up to 70%. It's 7% per debuff, so 10 debuffs is maximum. And then when you attack an enemy that has a debuff, or if you use a skill that puts a debuff on at the same exact time, so like ZOS3, then she's able to activate her S2, which reduces their buff durations by 1 turn and then puts unable to be buffed for 2 turns on them. And then her skill 3, which is a really big nuke ability, gives your whole team skill nullifier, which is awesome utility, and then penetrates their defense up to 100% based on the speed differential. And so I believe you need a 170 speed differential for maximum 100% penetration. And it can't crit, but it's like a big, huge nuke based on her HP. So this is my build that I have on her. I think it's pretty decent overall. It could definitely be better if I had a health set and stuff, but essentially I just went a bunch of health, a bunch of speed, some effectiveness. This gives effectiveness as well, so I have about like 88% effectiveness or like 89. And then this also has a pushback that even works if you miss, so it can actually push back fire units or like aid in an evasion unit, even on a miss, which is really nice. I think you could also use portrait just for pure damage, but I'm trying this artifact out right now just because I think the utility of it might be really useful. But essentially, you only really need 3 stats on this character. So, how is she? Well, I'm not the biggest fan of her so far. Keep in mind, this is just the initial impression, and I'm going to be testing her more when, probably tomorrow and also in the coming days, especially when RTA it actually ends, because we can't use her in official RTA until the next season, or the preseason rather. So we gotta wait 8 days for that. So I was only able to test her in lobbies, and I tested her against a bunch of different people in a bunch of different ways to see how she would actually work. And she wasn't really that amazing. There's a few problems that I think she runs into. One is that you need a bunch of setup, you need a bunch of debuffs on the opponent. It is easy to set her up with a character such as Ran or Lua, but Ran's defense break is also kind of useless for a character like this. And Lua, I mean, she kind of combos with everyone, so I mean, it makes sense that she also works with this. But you definitely need a fast Lua to really utilize that. Another problem is that she's not very good against characters like Angel of Light, because she forcibly uses the skill too. She's not very good versus a character like Elena either. She even procs stuff such as, I mean, not like that'll really matter too much, but Emil Kawazu and Lionheart Surmia automatically proc against her. So if she ever became a big threat, you could theoretically just make a really fast Lionheart that could maybe punish that. But I don't like the forced activation of the skill too. It could also like push up 8 and other stuff like that, and it could be 15%ed, so she only gets pushed up, no pushback with the artifact. And so I don't like the forcible S2 happening all the time. Then if you don't have enough debuffs on them, maybe you can't kill them. What if it's a faster character? Then your speed differential isn't going to be enough, so you don't really do much damage. And she really needs maximum pen to hit hard. Now, what are some of the big pluses though? Well, she's able to one-shot a character like Emil Ken, which is great. She's able to one-shot a character like Emil Yufine, and she's able to one-shot a character like Emil Landy. Sounds amazing, right? Well, here's some problems. One, you do still need to land some debuffs on them, so you need the setup against characters like, Designer Lilibet, Edward, all of those things that can really get in your way. But also, what if they have mitigation? What if they have someone like Crimson Armin right there? I'm doing about 20,000 damage with their skill 3 right now, and so that's not going to one-shot somebody when they actually have mitigation. It's doing 16,000 damage when they have Aureus. If they have Crimson Armin, you're doing like, what, 13,000 damage, something like that. That's never going to kill those units. And it doesn't have Extinction or something like that, so even if I do manage to kill a unit like Emil Yufine, well, her Holy Sack's going to bring her back. So I think she has some big problems there where mitigation really gets in the way of her. If against Arrowell, maybe you can strip the buff Escort, so it's still totally fine, right? But I just think that she has some issues with a lot of the characters in the game at the moment. I think she has potential, but I don't really see her being used in slow teams. I don't really see her being used in teams that don't have many debuffs, you kind of have to support this character. And you could say, well, maybe I'm going to use Death Dealer Ray or something. She would combo really well with a character like that. But, well, I mean, if your opponent doesn't have an answer to Death Dealer Ray and is just getting debuffed anyways, then you're probably going to lose no matter what, because he just controls the entire match. You don't really need LIDICA for that, but she does combo in those kind of control-ish teams. She definitely combos well with all the openers. That's why I was saying like Lua, Zio, Ran, all of those things. She doesn't really benefit from the defense breaks though of a character like Ran, so it's a little awkward, I think, to utilize her. I think that the skill null is actually really awesome because you're essentially going no defense in your team. You're going full aggression, so that skill null can actually really save you. Being able to take an extra hit is a huge deal when you're going really aggressive. But all in all, at the moment, my current impression, and this might change, is that I don't think she's amazing. We're definitely going to have to try her out some more before we can really say that for sure, but she just seems like she's so much set up for maybe not enough payoff. And I think that I would like to see maybe a little bit more damage on her S3 or something. I think maybe I'll try Portrait to see if I can just go without the pushback, to see if I can just utilize that. And if that works, maybe that's actually what you need. But all in all, not the biggest fan. I'm going to keep testing her though. Keep in mind, pay attention to what people are doing with this character because it could change. It's just a little bit weird to use right now, and maybe it was just the lobbies that I was in, but at the moment, not the biggest fan of the character. But definitely, I still recommend kind of pulling them because they're a limited character, but we'll have to see. We'll definitely have to try her out when the RTA season ends and the preseason starts. So anyways, thanks so much for watching this video. For the rest of the video, I'll show some clips of me using her in the lobbies that I was doing. And thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like or subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you next time.
I'll show you what the true vessel is capable of.
Oh man. I guess we're gonna go like this.
I am the rightful ruler.
So hopefully my 90 effectiveness or whatever is enough to push back. Let's see. Okay, we actually landed the debuffs. In fact, we even hit Fat Cat and landed the debuffs, which is kind of surprising.
I'll show you the path to victory.
So they're about to have so many debuffs on them that
Whether you win or lose.
the LIDICA is at maximum. Wait, I just missed 3 people. And procced Karina. Wait. There's a 20% chance 3 times.
This is your grand finale. Any last words? Would you
Wait.
feel what I'm feeling?
Okay, she already procced, so we can just use this then. It's fine, it's fine.
I still hear you.
Even on miss, this will do a lot of damage. Okay. Actually, it only did 20,000. I guess on miss, I would have been in trouble. I think we're fine, though. So it is a little bit difficult to actually use LIDICA, I feel like. Like, she is a decent one-shot character, and she does give skill null after. I think the skill null that's given is really important. That's one of the parts that actually makes them a lot more useful.
Witness the power of the chosen.
Miss.
You should really back down.
Show me your skills. I won't tolerate this.
Her S1 sucks. Her S1 is 100% stun on Soulburn. That's really good, I think.
More
Your
you.
emperor. Are you going to provide some entertainment?
Well, this actually works out pretty well for me. I think we go like this.
I am the rightful ruler of this land. Kneel before me.
So we pushed her back as well. We didn't debuff, but that's not really that big of a deal.
I'll take down any.
Okay, check this out. We can't get countered, keep in mind. We are gonna proc her S2, which is then gonna proc her S2. Alright.
Nourish me with your flesh.
Okay.
Getting started.
Wait, we're gonna push the Aiden up if we do this. Wait, isn't that kind of a huge problem?
I'm not asking. Fertilizing.
Okay.
Who was that? The goddess?
So this kind of sucks, actually. I think we have to kill this. We don't have a choice.
My leaves are.
We really don't have a choice but to kill Lionheart Sirmia. We didn't kill Lionheart Sirmia.
I fight with the power of all.
That's with 5 debuffs. Like, I have a pretty good build. Really? That didn't kill after 5 debuffs?
All right, let's roll.
It's kind of a problem, right?
No, you can't stop this.
That's a 35% speed increase.
I'll take you all down. A lion never relents. No matter how small its prey.
Damn. You got me. I'm fast, but that's about it. Let's see how fast I am. Do I zoom?
Never let
Oh wow, almost got another turn there. Well, that didn't work out so hot. Alright.
Are you going to provide some
So here's the thing. I kind of have to debuff with this first S3. I'm gonna use it on him.
Must suffer consequences.
So she activates,
Grant me power.
which procs her, right? Which is like, okay, that's not very good, but I can then strip the buffs, so we're in no danger from her at all. We're totally safe, right? Wait, this guy's lifesteal or something. So we get skill nulls, so we're not actually afraid of this character at all. Like, she doesn't do anything. But I think I'm just gonna kill her just, you know, just cuz. We don't have to kill her though. We could actually just go for anybody because this skill null is gonna make it so we're completely safe. Oh.
You'll be dealt with by the law.
Oof of Valor plus Sorius. I'd like to apologize. Well, that's not really what was supposed to happen. It's fine, we don't really take any damage and she doesn't really leech much life. But I gotta say, that's kind of pathetic. That's kind of sad. Oh well. I just don't like Christy. That's the only reason I'm killing her. Alright. Well, I mean, we win anyways. Die. Well, I mean, we won, but like, did we win because LIDICA though? Like, is that why we won?
It's only natural. But still.
Witness the power.
Oh, they're not that fast. Okay, let's land some debuffs, I hope.
Deny their fate.
As long as we land a debuff here and then LIDICA procs. Okay, we get countered. No salvo. Great. We landed 2 debuffs. So since we only landed 2 debuffs, which is really bad, I think we have to use this on ML Ken. Because if we don't,
Then give me your blood.
I think that we're not gonna be able to kill anyone. Yeah, so we did maximum damage to him. We did 20,000, which is, I mean, that's really good, right?
I'd rather die than be
Ooh. Yeah, sadly, you can't get double skill doll. Okay, they're gonna go for the S3. I can't soul burn is the problem. But that's okay. Since I can't soul burn, I'll just throw this down. It'll push them back. We didn't get countered. That's juicy. LIDICA is able to kill ML Ken really well. That is one of the things that she is good at. I mean, it's risky, but like, what else am I gonna do, huh? Yeah. Worth it. Okay, not really worth it because they didn't do anything, but... Okay, no stun. This doesn't seem very easy because we have to deal with this Moon Bunny. I can't soul burn. I should have thrown all my attacks at Moon Bunny. My mistake. Oh my god, I'm dead. Okay, so this isn't looking good. So I think the strat is, even though Moon Bunny's gonna proc, we're gonna soul burn because we have so many souls that we can just basically armor through, say, I don't care. Okay, we're gonna miss every single crit. We have a 55% chance to not crit. 45% is pretty high odds. See, we got the crit. 45% is high odds. It's kind of sad that Blooming LIDICA does her one thing and then she just sits there doing nothing for the rest of the match. I mean, she can theoretically stun people, but every time I use her, I feel like my opponent has a bunch of F-res units, and like, you can't build enough effectiveness on her to debuff like Destina and stuff.
the power of the chosen.
Yeah, the problem is that she's not always able to kill in her S3, so then she kind of sits around and does nothing for way too long. Well, I mean, we won with her, so good job, LIDICA.